Most officers use their authority to protect and serve their community, but others think that because they're the cops, they can get away with the craziest stuff.
Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me.
Killing me!
No, I'm not. I'm trying to.
You were flat my head!
Was that unprofessional of me? I don't know. I'm sorry, but like.
Here are 9 instances where the cops made insanely dumb decisions that ruined their lives. Meet Charlotte, North Carolina officer Henry Chapman, who on March the 14th of 2024 responded to a request to assist a traffic stop on a speeding vehicle. The driver is identified as 29-year-old Moncray Moon, and upon running his information, it was found that he had a federal warrant for his arrest.
Good. Hey, I clocked in at 68, okay? That's why I'm stopping you. Yeah, do you have your lights on you? Alright, just give me a moment, alright? Hey, appreciate you coming out. I haven't talked to him yet. You're all good. Yeah, I haven't talked to him yet. I'm still letting him know it's a basic warrant out of Mexico County. Hey man, go step out there real quick. I'm going to show you something.
Sir, come on, step back here. Go ahead and face that call. Touch your phone on the top of it.
What am I doing? I'm going to start listening to you. That's why I'm having you out.
So you are under arrest at this time. You have a warrant out for your arrest. A warrant for what?
I'm going to show it to you in a moment, okay? Is this your car?
It's my girlfriend's car.
Your girlfriend's car. Can you drive it, the guy that's in the passenger seat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead, twist your feet up there.
So, what am I under arrest for?
I'm going to show it to you, okay? Come back here for a second. I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you the LiDAR too, where I caught you at 68. That's not really the biggest concern here, okay? But I'm going to show you the warrant once I get you secure, okay? Is there anything you want to bring with you down there to Mexico County Jail?
No, I'm saying, can I understand what am I being detained for?
Yeah, it's a warrant. I'm going to show you the actual warrant in just a moment when I have a chance to sit you down. Is there anything on you need to know about? When it's a closer sticker? No, that's not. Okay. Do you want to bring these items with you or leave them in the car?
Yeah, you can give me, you can put them in my pocket. Okay.
Right here in the pocket.
Step to your right just a little bit. Okay. I get this step out your way. Can I get my, can you get my phone?
Yes, I'm going to put it. I'm going to leave that cash in there. Any other pockets I need to know about? What's that? Go ahead and see this thing.
What is my money on the PR right there, man?
What? Oh, okay.
What's that? That's my money. I don't see that. I've never seen it in my life. What are you doing with my property?
Hold the window down and tell you what you're in here for.
Moncray had about $8,000 in his possession at the time of his arrest, and his valuables were therefore transported to the Charlotte-Mecklenburg police station by Officer Chapman. But as soon as they arrived, Moncray began making some startling accusations. He believed that Officer Chapman had taken his money.
Put yourself right here. So, I don't know if you've had a history with them or not, but you got a U.S. Marshal warrant, a weapons violation. That's all it tells me. Okay, when you get down there, they're going to print it out for you. Okay.
These two start taking that, that's staying with you. That's the rule.
And you gave me some of it.
Because it come off of you, every bit of it's going with you. Does that make sense? That's accountability, because when it comes to stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So.
The same time, so they're gonna double check it just to be sure.
Okay. So just give it just a minute, all right?
Alright, I'm gonna count your money in front of you, okay?
Here's big money. We'll put this in the bag for you, okay? Yeah, here. Here you go.
I got you.
Yeah, she's counting it right now.
You're gonna watch me, okay?
I heard the bag get caught. Hold on. Check it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to question you.
Let me count it first.
Look, can you look in between his legs quickly? I think you just put some more minutes between his legs. I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
How much money did you have on you? I'm asking.
I haven't touched it. Can you just check on between his legs?
Sir, listen to me.
He's moving and everything. Look, he's moving.
Sir. Sir, listen to me. Tell me how much cash you had on you. What was the amount?
I just want to see. I'm not gonna lie. Can you check? I'm not going nowhere. Can you check that fellow officer for me, please?
Yeah.
Hell no, he just touched my. I heard the rubber band pop. He told me, oh, I had to. Look, and he's moving. He's moving between his legs.
Sir, stand right here.
I'm gonna stand right here, but can y'all please check y'all fellow officer? Please. What's going on? Look, he's moving his arm right now.
How much cash did you have on you?
Can you check your
Yeah, I
hands?
didn't.
Can you check your people's? Because he's touching. Yeah.
Tell me what's the total amount.
Look at his hand. He's tucking money. He's tucking money right in his right hand.
Tell me how much money you
He's
have
tucking
on you.
money. He's tucking my money. That's a problem. Can y'all check him?
Hey,
Listen to me. What was your total cash?
He's telling her no. Don't check
Listen.
me.
Listen.
Look at him moving. He's moving. Oh my God. Y'all not gonna check him?
Listen.
The suspect was so adamant that Officer Chapman had his money that moments later the sergeant ordered Chapman out of the patrol car. If it's found that he's had possession of even $1 of Moncre's money, he could be charged with embezzlement, which is worse than your average theft. This is because to commit embezzlement, a person must be an officer or agent of a corporation or any agent, co-signee, clerk, bailee, or servant, or one who is in such a position that they are exercising a public trust. According to North Carolina Legislature Section 14-90, any person in such an advantageous position who shall take, make away with, or secrete, with intent to embezzle or fraudulently or knowingly and willfully misapply or convert to his own use any money, goods, or other chattels, is guilty of a Class H felony if the amount stolen is under $100,000.
Look at him.
listen. Come on.
I've been
Let me tell
cooperating
you
with you guys the whole time. I'm not
I'm not gonna allow anybody to take your money.
Look at him. He's moving.
But look at me. Look at me. If someone takes your money, it will be a big problem. All right. No one's gonna take your money. I can see his hand. I can see exactly what he's doing. No one's gonna take your money. She's gonna count your money.
There's more. Watched him touch my money.
There's more money in here. You're saying that there's more money in here?
But what I'm saying is,
Let me ask you a question. Ask my question. Are you saying that there's more money in here?
what I'm saying is he just touched my money and went through 3 different floor compartments, and I seen him put it in between his legs. I heard my rubber band. I've been nothing but cooperative with you guys. All I wanted you guys to do
Okay,
was.
watch.
I'm saying, but he already moved and did a lot of different stuff.
Okay, come sit over here.
But y'all already let him move, like, there's no way. Like, watch. That's crazy. I can't believe y'all just did me like this.
How much cash do you have on you total? So I can count it out and we can verify the missing. That's what I'm asking you.
We
Do
can
you know
do this
what
right
the
now.
total amount was?
Man, I honestly don't. The money was for a bill. My wife gave it to me. The one that she tried to give me. I tried to give her the money. You said don't give it to her.
Okay.
Because I went to Wendy's. I got a Wendy's receipt right.
But do you know how much cash you had on you so I can count it out so we can verify the total? Do you know approximately how much you had on you?
If I say a number and I get it wrong because he touched the money, then it's going to be all wrong. But but I just don't understand why I heard my rubber band being popped.
I just grabbed it from the seat to give to her.
That's not what you just told me either, boss.
I did. That's what I did. And I handed her the
I'm not gonna
envelope.
have I gave you any problems?
No, sir, you have not.
That's all I want to ask, sir. I just don't understand why y'all could, like, I'm not going, I sit on my face. I'm not going nowhere. I just want to.
I'm asking you what your total was so we can count it out. You can watch me count
I'm
it out.
not sure. I'm distraught. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. I didn't even know I had a warrant. I'm just trying to like.
So if you.
What's it called? I'm trying to like just like comply with you guys.
I got
but
you.
That just doesn't make sense to the point where like I just watched him. Me and you both watched him move his hands. I watched him tear up. I watched him look at you and tell him like look at you until you know you're not about to. I just watched him do way too much when I haven't been nothing but nice and compliant to you guys. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to go along with you guys' protocols and everything. All I've done was ask questions so I know how. Like to make sure I'm safe and my family can find me and stuff.
I understand.
And it's like I know.
And that's why I was asking you what your total was so we can sit here and count it out.
But
and
they
we can
would've-
verify that it's correct.
It would just helped me more seeing that you would have checked him. It's like it's simple.
But did you not see me walk over here?
I did see that, sir. But in this thing, none of you guys' body cams is on. Like I know.
Mine is on right now.
But I know for a fact what I seen and what I heard. And then when I asked him why was he like popping the rubber band on the money, he said I was just making sure something. But there's no need to make sure. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's my property. You feel what I'm saying? And I know for a fact the money was touched. But it's a million components.
Yes, I did touch it when I grabbed it out of the seat.
I understand, so I don't want to argue with you, Mr. Chapman. I just know what.
No, sir.
Okay, so what I typically do is count out everybody's
You can count
money
it
in
again,
front
but
of
I'm not
them
gonna
so
lie
you
to
can
you.
see that it's accurate.
The money was altered
So
before.
when I turn it over to property, you can verify that the total we're counting out now is the total that you're going to get back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Are you good with me doing that right now?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you can tell me, do you have any kind of idea about how much you would
Yes,
say you
ma'am,
had
I
on
do.
you?
But I'd rather you count it first, so I just know in my head.
But if you tell me afterwards that it's missing, that doesn't verify.
But if you
know what
guys
I'm
would
saying?
stop him
If
within
you
the whole,
tell me
if you
how
guys
much
would,
it was now, I can count it and we can verify if it's missing. Okay?
I understand what you're saying, ma'am, and I appreciate everything. I feel like you guys don't understand what I'm saying. But it's okay, I'm not tripping. You can count it out. I just, like, you counting it out right now would just let me know exactly how much you took. But I'm not tripping anything. I'm not trying to cause any problems or any Miss Casperson. Miss Casperson. I'm not trying to cause any problems. I just know what I know, you know what I'm saying? I know, I heard the band pop. I seen him fiddling. He did not just keep his hands up the whole time. Like no, I didn't. He didn't open the door and say, you can search me. Look, you know what I'm saying? I heard my money. I'm a very great business. I just paid bills a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? I just know for a fact that he touched my money. And then he was adamant about not giving my money to my wife or the cameraman that was with me. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, no, you're gonna keep your money on you, which wasn't a problem. You know what I'm saying? But him touching the money prior to just putting it in I've been listening the whole time. He asked for a small envelope. He didn't put the money in there then. He asked for it just doesn't make sense. But you can do your job. I'm not trying to postpone or cause a problem. I just want to see how much is missing out at this point.
I want to count for you so
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can see how much that you have, okay? 2, 3, 4.
After counting out the bills, they had $7,190 in front of them, which meant that nearly $900 of Moncrief's cash was indeed missing.
5, 6. Yeah. Hold on. So that's 7. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. 7, 190.
It's around like 13%.
What were we saying? 190, right?
I wasn't saying that you altered my money.
No, I didn't say you said that we're putting all your money in here.
Can you write my name on there also? I'll check y'all like his person because if anything is on him,
Look, sir.
it would be in big. No, I don't.
Look, I'm gonna show you right here. Look at me. Look at me.
All of you guys probably have kids out there, you know what I'm saying?
Look.
So look, this is all I want to explain to you guys. Most of the time, when somebody know they didn't, like when somebody knows for a fact they didn't do anything, they're not gonna just, you know what I'm saying, like let you search them. And I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying? But I know how that goes because my mom did. If I didn't do anything, I have nothing that I'm worried about, you know what I'm saying? There would be no reason for him to show me his pockets and stuff. Like I know for a fact.
No, I want you to feel
comfortable. I would have
Yes, sir.
I would have felt comfortable if your colleagues would have searched you at the exact time where I knew where the money was, because I seen you kept going in between your legs, and then every time everybody put all of the attention on me, you kept moving. I don't know if it's in your door, I don't know where it's at, but just like, look, I don't even care to find the money, but how you know for a fact that I'm right.
Come here.
Do you mind if I move?
Come here. I'm not telling you.
I want you to hold me so you know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, yeah. Look, Cap, I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. All that's been
That ain't my
recorded,
money.
right?
Sir, you've been watching me the whole time.
I seen you crumble
Sir,
it. Just
that
tell
is
me.
not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right. And like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still. Thank you.
My camera?
I just wanted you guys to trust me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was just acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose
That
you
is
or
not
anything.
me, bud.
Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no reason
sir.
for you to pop my rubber band, brother. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band off my money.
I didn't pop your rubber band off your money.
I heard it, man. You just spoke about it. You heard him agree to it. When I first got it, I said, I heard you did rubber band. You said, oh, I had to do something. It's okay. It's okay, I know. I just witnessed here today. Mr. Chapman went in my money. He separated my money. He was trying to steal it, and I caught him. He put it in between his legs, and as his colleagues approached me, he worked it towards the door. He tried to make it seem like I'm going anywhere. I don't want any problems. I'm not armed. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just pulled over for a traffic stop. He just tried to steal some of my money.
Okay, we're hearing you, but there's no need to say all of
No,
that.
I was just looking at the camera. No, I just know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cause.
My camera's on the entire
Yes, ma'am.
side. Alright,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
let's take it down a notch.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize. I'm
We're
so
good
sorry.
here.
Yes, ma'am.
Major props to Moncrief for remaining firm yet calm and well-spoken. He'd have certainly gotten a different reaction if he'd lost his patience with officers at any point, and they might have never recovered his money. However, his conduct is a perfect example of how one should interact with the police, even if they feel they've been treated unjustly.
Know what I know. And then I don't even like the fact, but I know you guys have like special protocol. I don't even like the fact that he just tried to steal and nobody like stood up for you. You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody was like, okay.
Nobody saw anything
But I
that you were
seen
saying,
everything.
but nobody saw anything that you said.
I appreciate it, Mr. Morris. You his sergeant.
Yes.
Yes, he is my sergeant.
You know, sir, I have 20/20 and I can read. I remember when you called him out. I could tell you everything he said to you. Perfect timing. This was perfect. Perfect that you called me out this time because you didn't know the protocol to how a federal warrant was supposed to be taken care of. Correct? Incorrect?
That's correct. That's the reason why I called him out to ask.
But you just separate. Well, so what was the purpose of you separating my money while you gave her money while you just watched her count my money out in full? Because you just wasted an you wasted an evidence for it. Because now she has to rewrite a totally different number. So if I would have agreed to the number that I didn't know when she asked me, then I would have been like ridiculed or foreseen as a liar or something. That's why I didn't answer your question, ma'am, because I said that I had just went to Wendy's. I believe that's my receipt. I only ordered a 10-piece nugget and I ordered like a fry and something to drink, so I didn't know the actual amount of the money. All I know is when my girlfriend got off work at 5 o'clock, I was supposed to give her that money for the rest of the bills, and she was going to get her car back. I was in a car this week. That's why I wasn't in my own car, ma'am. That was my girlfriend's car, Diamond Alexander. That's why when you initially pulled me over, and y'all probably have my phones, you can see the call record. I called her at like 4 or something to let her know, babe, I'm being pulled over in your car. And my eyes, I thought it was gonna be for the T-tag, temporary tag thing, the sticker, but like
It was eventually just for your speed, I promise you that.
no, I apologize, sir. I apologize. I'm just trying to do what I gotta do, but I know for a fact what I heard. I have 20/20 vision. I'm not a criminal. I don't do things that I'm not supposed to. I heard him tampering with that rubber band.
Okay.
That rubber band was on that money because my girlfriend gave me the money this morning and told me I wasn't even supposed to be in her car. I just took it because I didn't want to be Ubering around all day, and my my girlfriend had a car and she was going to work. I was supposed to be picking her up off Central at her job, at her little, where she do cosmetics at. With that money, we supposed to go to the bank. I'm pretty sure when y'all check the car, y'all see the little chase. Sir,
what's your full name?
Concrete Tyree Moon, M-O-N-C-R-E, last name Moon.
Do we have all? I'm gonna do my job, all right? So
I want it wrote down. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
Mr. Morris, I'm not gonna cut you off.
Listen, there's nothing that I can give you right now to tell you what I'm gonna do. But like, what I can tell you what I'm gonna do is if you allege that he did something, honestly,
did you recount the extra money?
You said it was 1,000.
no, like it's not.
Oh, it's 900. I have it right here. Sorry.
Do you mind
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was what I could put in as a separate.
So like if you allege that Officer Chapman did something wrong.
So you guys don't
Listen. I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to do. Do not parse every word I'm telling you. I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to do, all right? Is that I have to get on the phone. I have to call my supervisors to run up the chain, all right? But you're still going to jail.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I wasn't trying
But like that's why I'm asking you if you gave them all of your information on how to get in contact with you. Did you do that? Name.
Only thing I got is my first name and last name.
Do we have address and a phone number?
You still have a gold pan?
Yes, sir.
We'll see to get your phone number. We have everything else.
What's your phone number?
You can take my girlfriend's number. And my mom, I would like for you to write down Sergeant Moore's name. I would like Mr. Chapman's name.
Right,
and it's not like I just don't want to forget it. You feel what
Let me
I'm saying?
finish searching you.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I gotta get you in my car. Okay.
My information is also on the citation.
I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate you guys for like analyzing the situation because like if it wasn't said like this or seen like this or foreseen like this, nobody would have believed me. You feel what I'm saying? I just wanted you guys to believe me, and I'm sorry if I seemed irate or
There's another $1 in your pocket.
or I'm sorry if I seemed like I was doing too much. I just wanted you guys to believe.
While Moncrief was taken care of, Officer Chapman was escorted over to the interrogation unit to have a little chat. Once alone with investigators, he then confirmed that he did indeed take the money, but claimed that he wasn't stealing it. This, of course, was a lie, and immediately following the interview, he was arrested and charged with embezzlement. The very next day, Henry Chapman resigned from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, and the criminal investigation is still underway. They'll likely find that Moncrief wasn't the only victim of Henry's greed. The next officer is also accused of victimizing multiple people. But what he did makes Henry's offense look like a walk in the park.
You just chilling tonight? If I'm wandering around, where should I wander?
On April the 17th of 2022, 30-year-old Oklahoma officer D'Angelo Reyes was searching the area for a wanted murder suspect in Tulsa. Or he was supposed to be, but instead he pulled up next to an attractive young woman walking her dog and started making small talk.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I heard some noise that direction, but I didn't see
Okay.
anybody.
Oh, do you live around here?
Yeah, I stay at the motel.
Oh, which one?
The studio.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
My name?
I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you.
You're sexy.
However, it only took minutes for the conversation to take a completely inappropriate turn, as Officer Reyes essentially told her that he was going to come and see her later, and he wasn't asking.
You're sexy. Is that unprofessional of me? I don't know. I'm sorry, but like,
I mean,
I'm just like, damn. You just chilling tonight?
probably.
Okay. If I'm wandering around, where should I wander?
Probably somewhere around the Studio Star.
At the Studio Star. Okay.
Most people call me Red.
Red? You got a room? Okay.
Just me and my dog Philly.
Oh, really? Okay.
The body camera then turned off, but that's when the officer allegedly took the woman's cell phone number, which he called later that evening to get her to a hotel room. Shortly after calling, he actually arrived at her room door, knocked, and made his way inside. And the following interaction wasn't the least bit romantic, as the officer proceeded to immediately ask her if she was a working girl, a euphemism for prostitute, to which the victim answered no. He then advised her that he would look up her lengthy arrest record and commented that it wouldn't take much to put a person with her record back in prison. After that, he sat on the bed and simply patted the spot next to him, and once she sat down, he kissed her and proceeded to engage in intercourse with her. Following the hookup, the officer flushed the condom down the toilet, muttered something about being on time for an end-of-shift meeting, and they got dressed and left. It wasn't until 2 weeks later, on June the 2nd, the victim finally went to the police to report the incident, and after reviewing Officer Reyes's body cam from the day in question and confirming that his cell phone number was the one that called the victim that night, the officer was then arrested and charged with first-degree rape. And a week after the report was made, D'Angelo Reyes resigned from the Tulsa Police Department. But that wasn't the conclusion of the investigation. The following year, in December of 2023, investigators uncovered an additional victim and evidence that Reyes had engaged in this disgusting behavior multiple times while on duty. So far, only one additional charge of forcible sodomy has been added on. If you think that using your position to hook up with random people is bad, just wait until you see this next officer, who apparently had a thing for suspects.
Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me.
On August the 14th of 2023, officers with the San Diego Police Department, including Officer Anthony Hare, responded to a parking lot where officers had located a stolen vehicle. When Officer Hare arrived, the two occupants had been pulled from the vehicle, a male driver and a female, and they were being handcuffed. The driver was arrested for possession of a stolen vehicle, while the female was arrested for a warrant.
Thank you. Hey, why are you guys tripping on me?
Hey, just listen to him.
Put your hands behind your back. There you go, stay like that. Why are you guys tripping like that? I can't come out of the junction.
Listen to him.
I can't come out of the junction. Put your hands behind your back. Hey, with the nose on my face, man. Put your hands behind your back. Oh, please, please. Do not move. Just like that. Do not move. Don't move. Why are you guys? Yeah, put your hands behind your back for me. Just like that, Taser.
Hey, can you guys get on him and
Yeah, we'll get her.
one at a time, guys, one at a time.
Hey, dog. My name is Israel, boy. How you doing? Man, it's a little scared. What the
We'll explain everything to you, man.
I know you're gonna explain everything.
Just relax, all right?
Roll to your side. Bend your knees. Ready?
Take this one right here.
That goes, bro. You got that going. No weapons or anything on you? Nah, nothing. Alright, yeah, for sure. You got to run me down and everything.
Alright, go ahead and stand up for me. Yeah, maybe it's easy.
Roll over first, yeah. Roll over.
Stand right up there.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Alright, when you wet. Okay, we're just gonna go on my car right here, okay? Follow me.
Is this car good?
On the other side of my car.
Can I put on my shorts?
Yeah.
Alright. You're gonna come with me to my car, so let's go.
Oh, he said you heard him when he said it.
Let's go.
About asking me.
Yeah, this way. Across the street.
Not even on he said he was gonna ask me. Why are you the only mean one here?
I'm not mean.
Bro, you're the only dick right
No, we
here.
to get into the car, okay? I got your...
Sorry for calling that, but...
I got your duffel, not your duffel bag, what is it, the drawstring bag, I got all of that. Your makeup.
Not really, kid. You're doing your job. I understand. You're doing your job. But why would you hate it like that? I just want...
Go, step inside. I'm gonna put the screen inside. Perfect. Just a little bit more. I don't want to pinch your skin. Alright.
Officer Hare volunteered to transport the female suspect to the police station and then on to jail. And during that time, their conversation took a rather erotic turn. But Officer Hare didn't make any sincere attempts to discourage the conversation.
Why are you asking that? What do you mean? I'm cool to you.
Not bad. What is it gonna hurt you if I were to sleep in the bed? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I say. If I were in your shoes, head south on Denver. If you're in my car, find a good time different way.
I'm not too sure. I'll tell you later. Me? Once in a while. Whatever. That's good. A little bit. Well, I can't hear you now. Don't say that right now. I said don't say that right now because everything's being recorded right now. What's going on?
The female suspect could be heard making inappropriate noises in the back seat, and 2 minutes later, Officer Hare turned off his body camera. But his movements were still being tracked, and the GPS system on his cruiser showed him departing from the route to the Las Colinas Detention Center to travel down a dark and residential road. The next time anyone heard from Officer Hare was an hour later when he called for backup to his cruiser, which was still parked on the residential street. He stated that he'd accidentally locked himself in the back seat with the female suspect.
Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me. 114 yellow. What code for? Everything just went wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera off.
She's code 4?
She's code 4. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let me turn this off real quick.
Officer Hare then finished transporting the female suspect to the jail and even helped to process her. But when detectives later looked into the incident, they found several reasons to be suspicious of the situation, such as the detour that Officer Hare took and the fact that it took him an hour after getting locked in to phone for help. Detectives subsequently interviewed the officer and the suspect, who both denied engaging in any inappropriate activity. So they gave Officer Hare a chance to demonstrate exactly how he came to be accidentally shut in.
Okay, do you mind just showing us?
How you do it? So I was like this, and then you want me to see how she was laying down, or
How you ended up inside?
so like, yeah, so she was laying down, her face was over there, and then I was just like kind of right here. I was like, well, at first I was like, hey, wake up. I was like, hey, you okay? Blah blah blah. She like, so her head was facing towards that way, and then this is when I was shaking her, and then this is when I went in. But then I don't know if I had my hand like this, and then something like that happened. I kicked it with my foot like that, and then I was in, and then I was waking her up like this. I was like this, waking her up. While I was waking her up, I hear the door click behind me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, I was like this. And then, when I found out the door was clicked behind me, I positioned myself like this. And I already knew that there was no door handle, but I was just like frantic. I was like, I can't get out of here.
Okay.
And then that's when she was able to sit up here. And then I told her, you can stay there, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like hunkered down like this on my side.
So let me go to the other side, then you climb back in. Okay, go ahead.
Again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Open the door, and then as I came in like that, I was trying to wake her up. My feet was in this. My feet didn't get caught like that. And then when I was like waking her up, that's when I noticed that this door closed on me. And then that's when I was like trying to open the door, but I know there's no door opener. And then from then she was able to. So I was like this majority of the time. I was trying to get her up because her face was right here.
Okay.
Right here, and then I was trying to like wake her up to get her up. And then next thing you know, I hear the door close on me. I was frantic. I was looking, and then that's when she started to kind of like, I guess, wake up or get dazed off, whatever. And then that's when I asked her like, "Hey, are you having a hard time breathing?" She said, "No." "Do you need medics?" "No." I was like, "Okay, all right, just stay right there." And then that's when I was trying to open the door.
Okay.
And then that's when I went on D2.
All right, you can jump up. Jump up.
Do you mind?
Following the demonstration, detectives requested to test Officer Hare's belt for seminal fluid. He initially declined, but eventually consented. The belt was then tested and trace amounts of DNA matter were found on the front, but not enough to get a conclusive result. He was then scheduled to undergo another round of questioning, but then resigned from the San Diego Police Department the day before the interview. It's not clear if he'll ever be charged in connection to the incident. At least that suspect got what she wanted. You could say that the next one also got swept off her feet, just in a little more violent way.
Stop!
On January the 17th of 2020, Phoenix police officer Michael McGillis initiated a stop on a car that was driving in the opposite lane of travel. The driver of that vehicle was later identified as 23-year-old Maria Valenzuela.
He was southbound in the northbound number 1 lane. I don't know why. I'm 600 code 6. Hi.
Okay.
What's your license?
I don't have it on me.
Do you have any ID on you?
Why am I getting pulled over?
I'm at 600 West Indian School Road.
Why am I getting pulled over?
Is this your car?
No.
Bravo John Sam
Why am I getting pulled over?
5455. Do you have ID on you?
No.
Why am I getting pulled over?
Put your hands behind your back.
Excuse me.
Put your hands behind your back.
The typical procedure when a suspect doesn't have their license on them is simply take down their full name and birth date and then radio it into dispatch so that it can be confirmed. Not handing over an ID doesn't justify aggressively grabbing and handcuffing a suspect, especially one that doesn't know why she's being arrested in the first place, when there are less harmful and traumatic ways the situation could have been handled.
Hands behind your back. Stop. Stop. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Stop. Hands behind your back. Tom 600. Give me another unit.
Why are you arresting me?
I'm asking for your ID. You said you don't have any ID.
Can I get it? It's in my car.
You said you didn't have ID.
I do. What did I do?
Give me your arm.
Let me get my car.
Give me your arm. Your arm.
What did I do?
You're in the wrong lane. You're in opposite lane of travel.
Wasn't.
Give me your ID.
No, I wasn't.
Give me your arm, please.
You're hurting me.
Give me your arm.
How?
Give me your arm. Give me your hand.
I can't do this. I did nothing wrong, sir.
Stop.
What the hell did I do?
You're in opposing lane.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
Why did you tackle me? Leave my phone.
I'm locking.
I'm no harm. I can
Tom 600.
cooperate
I've got her
with you.
detained, but she's real uncooperative.
I
Stand up.
Stand
up.
It's in the car.
Okay, well, then you should have told me that. You could have given
Why
it to
did
me.
you
Stop
arrest me?
arguing. Stop. Stop. Why don't you act like a young lady?
You're
Stop.
handling me.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to
You
get you.
slammed my head.
Stop.
Why am I handcuffed?
It would later be found at the hospital that the female suspect was indeed physically injured as a result of her head being slammed to the ground multiple times. And Officer McGillis continued to be aggressive as he loaded her into the patrol car.
Why am I handcuffed?
Stop. Stop.
Stop! You act like I'm a fucking threat. Are you serious?
Why are you acting this way?
Because you're hurting me, sir.
Get-go, you've been screaming and yelling.
Because you're
Stop.
hurting me.
I'm not hurting you.
Why am I arrested? Why am I handcuffs?
Because
When
I asked for
cooperating.
ID. No, I asked for ID.
It's
and
in
you
the car. Can I get it?
No, well, I'll get it now.
Okay,
You
McGill.
refused. You refused to give it to me.
It's in the car.
Well, you should have just given it to me.
Well, can you let me go so I can get it?
No, I'll get it.
The one-on-one, yeah, saying her head bleeding or something? Yeah, the DUI, and she does. She's got blood on her hand, but it's because she was sitting there wiping it over and over again. But she's got about maybe a quarter to, it's not a half inch, so but just about a quarter-inch cut on the top of her head. It might need a stitch. And she's got you can tell she probably bumped her head on the ground when he took her to the ground.
Maria was then searched, placed in the car, and transported to the police station. She would be charged with DUI and resisting arrest and hit with multiple traffic citations. Months later, she sued the city of Phoenix and the police department for wrongful arrest and imprisonment and was awarded $60,000. To say overly aggressive would be an understatement, but that's not more concerning than the next officer's conduct who didn't even try to investigate before arresting a random man.
Can I get a call from you? I don't have one, man. We don't have one. They don't give us. Let me see if I can get my phone.
Hold on. We have.
On July the 26th of 2021, 38-year-old Orangeburg officer David Dukes responded to the Colleton Village townhomes where a man was reportedly banging on the door of an apartment with a gun. And when he arrived on scene, he immediately drew his service weapon and approached the first two men that he saw in the apartment parking lot, which happened to be 58-year-old Clarence Gaillard and his cousin, Demario Julian.
Hey, let me see your ass. Berg, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground right here! Get on the ground! You! Burgundy shirt, get on the ground! Over here! On the ground! On the ground! Get on the ground! Do you not listen? Get on the ground!
Clarence was descending to the ground slowly due to metal rods and pins that were in his leg and hip. However, in the next part of the video, the officer violently stomps down on Clarence's upper back. The stomp forced his body to drop to the ground and his head to forcefully bang against the concrete, and as a result, he suffered injuries that included a large bloody knot on his head.
Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck.
No gun.
You're not listening, dude. Bro, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
Right, I'm just
want
asking.
no gun. I don't
Turn
want
back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
I ain't want no gun.
The door's unlocked in the car, so.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is. Alright, that's what he had. Alright, who's the complainant? Alright, get him up. 25 City, got one tank.
Put your leg that way so you can stand up.
Alright, listen, I'm about to help you. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head trauma.
Go back in the house.
Yeah. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yeah, y'all bust my head down. You threw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yeah. No, it ain't. You ain't to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yeah, you threw me down. Yeah, you threw me down. You threw me down. Yeah, you bust my head down on the cement. Yep, you bust my head.
Alright, let me tell you what.
That's forehead.
You bust my head down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. I had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You slammed my head.
What he was doing is putting this up behind the tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands.
Bust my head then?
He wasn't listening.
No, it ain't.
He got like this right here,
You grabbed me.
and we went onto the ground.
There were several aspects of the officer's story that don't add up to what actually happened. First, what the officer assumed was a gun turned out to be a long and skinny gray object that looked nothing like a firearm. It would turn out to be a piece of wood wrapped in duct tape that Clarence used to keep away stray dogs. Furthermore, the officer claimed that Clarence had his hands in his pockets as he came from behind the car, but his hands were visible the entire time, going from being down to his sides to straight up into the air upon command. Officer Dukes also concluded his story with, "We went on the ground," apparently opting not to describe exactly how Clarence got taken down.
On the cement. My
Yeah,
forehead.
your head did hit the cement.
Right, because you bust me down on the cement.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down on the cement.
Right here?
You bust my head. You bust my head.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down.
I'm trying to get the name of the complainant.
You bust my head.
What are we doing? I guess Sam was going to check him out.
There ain't nothing about here on the first charges on.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we got.
You're gonna have to use it for us.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Slam my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his intention was.
For us. You need to upload your camera.
All right.
The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead. Damn right. You gonna pay me for that?
Mayor, I'm gonna take that into evidence of what he had. What? Well, I mean, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
After finding and speaking to the 911 caller, officers were able to confirm the obvious. 58-year-old Clarence was not the one banging the gun on someone's door. It was then clear to everybody that Officer Dukes had messed up, but he kept on trying to explain himself in an attempt to justify his violation of South Carolina Code Section 16-25-70, which states that an officer may only make a warrantless arrest if the officer has probable cause to believe that the person is committing or has freshly committed a crime. In reality, the officer had no good reason to believe that Clarence committed any crime, but he kept citing the unknown object as the reason behind the arrest.
Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where
That ain't nothing there.
where that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
His dog's on camera.
Yeah,
My dog
that's
stick.
fine.
A dog stick.
So he can come out of cuffs? Yes. Take him out of handcuffs. Yeah, he can come out.
Oh, Lord.
Good, how are you? What's going on?
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
In the wrong for that.
Did you process this?
Yeah. Listen.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one now. We don't have one. They don't give us cars.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have cards. Okay. Thank you.
I guess that Officer Dukes expected his colleagues to still be on his side after assaulting an innocent man, but the female officer didn't allow him to mislead the victim and promptly handed over a department-issued card that he lied about. Officer Dukes ultimately knew that DeMario was going to use the information from the card to report the misconduct, and preventing him from doing so by not handing over his card would be considered obstruction.
Yeah.
Alright. Call me.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car.
Dukes, will you say that?
1059.
Following the incident, the female officer also filled out a police report detailing how she saw Officer Duke stomp the suspect onto the ground. And 2 days afterwards, David was fired from the Orangeburg Police Department, and the following month he was arrested and officially charged with first-degree assault and battery. Needless to say, Clarence filed a lawsuit against the city of Orangeburg, and 4 months later he was awarded $650,000, along with an apology from the Orangeburg Police Department. On top of starting unnecessary problems, we have this next officer who completely violated a suspect's Fourth Amendment rights just to be annoying.
What do you need a check for, dude?
Who else is here? Just
Nobody!
Okay.
Dude, you don't have the right to do this. Get out of here.
On February the 5th of 2024, Wade Park Patrolman Officer Crawford made his way over to a local upholstery business after noticing that the garage was raised up at such an odd hour of the night. Under the impression that someone may have broken in, the officer exits his vehicle and approaches the business to see who is inside.
police department. Come to the door. Wouldn't call myself police if I wasn't them.
What's up? Oh, sorry. I thought you were one of my buddies fucking with me. I'm sorry.
No, man. I came by, saw the garage open. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm working on my car. I can't leave until I get fixed.
Okay.
You scared the
No worries.
I was over there drilling, so yeah.
Is it just you here?
Yeah, it's just me.
Okay. You have permission to be here, or is this your shop, or?
Yeah, I have permission.
Okay, is it your shop?
No, it's my buddy's shop.
It's your buddy's shop?
But I work here, and I'm allowed here. I have a key here. So
Okay.
I'm doing the transmission on something on the transmission on my car, so
Okay.
I'm not allowed to, can't really leave.
I gotcha. I gotcha. You got your ID on your bud?
No, I didn't commit a crime.
Listen here, man. What I'm saying is, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. There's an open door. You're inside. I'm asking for your ID. Just let my bosses know, my boss, who I'm talking to. You're not in trouble.
You don't need to ID me.
Exactly.
I'm not in trouble.
Hey, let's not do this.
So here's part. I'm assuming you work here, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, let's say you don't. What? No, just
You guys are gonna give me the whole rundown and then try to give me the ID myself for no reason because I didn't commit a crime. I'm inside a
it's more than just a crime, man. You work here, right? Let's say we find this door open, no one in here, or it turns out it's burglarized and I have to contact someone.
But it's not. I'm not committing a crime. You don't need my ID.
Wait.
That's how it is.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah, it is.
Charles David
I have
Robert,
rights.
802.
The state of Minnesota does not have a stop and identify statute, meaning the only situation where you're required to identify yourself to an officer is if they have reasonable suspicion to believe that you have committed, are committing, or will commit a crime. Officers will often use the excuse that they need a person's ID so they can document their name in the police report, but this is only an excuse and not a valid reason to collect anyone's ID from someone with no proof of wrongdoing.
It's not about rights, man. It's about you're in a
I'm
shop.
not committing a crime.
We don't know that.
Well,
Or we call the owner. We figure out who you are.
so what's the crime? Suspicion?
Huh?
Since when is suspicion a crime? Or
Well,
when is we don't know that a crime?
What we're doing is we're gonna make it a bigger thing that needs to be.
Get out of here. Look at my freaking license plate number. God.
Absolutely.
You guys are disgusting. Get out of here. You don't need my ID.
Well, we're gonna go down a road we don't really need to go down, man.
God.
Yeah.
Why do I need my name in your system any more than it has to be?
It's just you work here. Let's just make sure that you do.
How are you going to prove that I do?
Huh?
How are you going to prove that I do?
Well, I can always call the business owner in the
have
morning.
fun. He's
right?
not going to answer because he's sleeping.
Okay, I can call the business owner in the morning.
Okay.
I can give him your name.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh yeah, he works here. No problem." And we're done.
You ain't going to call it in because there's nothing going on.
But then, say you don't work here, right?
He's going to call it in that his shop's been with.
Yep, and then
so
I know
right away in the morning.
And then I know who was here, and I
don't have to help you with your investigation.
Perfect.
It's on my rights.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna check and make sure. Watch out.
But no, I don't know. I don't give you consent. I don't give you consent.
This isn't your
How
personal
not? What? How? You don't have the right to do this.
I do.
No, you don't. What are you gonna check for, dude?
Who else is here? Just
Nobody.
You? Okay.
Dude, you don't have the right to do this. Get out of here.
It's not your personal property. I'm gonna make sure nothing looks burglarized in here.
Oh my God! You don't have the right to do this.
I absolutely do, sir.
Nothing is burglarized.
Okay.
Get out of here. I did not give you permission to be in here.
Well, you don't have to give me permission.
Yes, I do. You can't just come into a private property.
Entering the premises is a direct violation of Hunter's Fourth Amendment protections, and arguably so was using his license plate to identify him as Hunter Clems. Realistically, one could clearly tell what Hunter was doing by the open truck and abundance of mechanics tools laying on the floor. His ID wouldn't have to be confirmed whether he was breaking the law or not, so it would ultimately be useless here unless the officer could prove that he was up to something. Thus, it's pretty clear that Officer Crawford was trespassing solely as vindication for not getting what he wanted.
Get out of here.
Copy. What was that name again?
You can't just come into here for no reason. I didn't commit a crime.
Say it again.
I didn't commit a crime, so you can get out of here now.
10-4. Hunter?
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yeah,
Have a good
cool.
night.
Thanks for violating my rights.
It's not your rights.
Yes, it is. It's my rights. This is private property. You can't just walk in.
Business at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're
private business.
And
you
and
get that?
Will not,
private
will not
business.
identify yourself.
Private business. I don't have to. I didn't commit a crime.
You're in a private business
so,
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
Past the
2
hours
o'clock in the morning does not matter.
Past the hours of
I'm
closing.
over 18. Past the hours of closing. This is a private business.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. The garage is open. You're inside. The business has been closed, I'm assuming, since about 5, 6 o'clock.
So what does that tell you? The garage
that
is
it
open.
could possibly be burglarized. Yeah, you could be in here doing something you're not supposed to. That you may not have permission to be in there. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know that. But what I can do is now I can confirm that this person, this vehicle was inside of this business. And if the owner calls in tomorrow and says, this person was in here, he didn't have permission to be, then I know who I can come and talk to first. You understand?
Yeah.
You have any
you're still
questions
violating
about
my rights.
It's not
I don't
your
have
rights.
to tell you that.
Well, you do.
No, I really don't.
You do.
No,
we can make it a bigger deal
I
than
could
it
have
needs
just
to
not
be.
answered the door.
You could have, and then I would have went in underneath there.
Then you would have broke into a business.
That's not breaking in. I'm the police. I'm in charge to make sure.
You don't have rights. I told you could not come in here.
Yep. And
you don't have rights to come in here.
Well, you're not identifying yourself. A business has been closed for hours.
I don't have to.
Like I said, I'm not.
I don't have to help you in your investigation, dude. So you can go into anybody's house. If anybody's house has
This is not a house, sir.
Dude, it's a private. It's a private property. No, it's a private property.
Business.
Does it matter?
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't matter whether the establishment is a business or home. Trespassing is any time anyone occupies or enters the dwelling or locked or posted building of another without claim of right or consent of the owner or the consent of one who has the right to give consent. As long as someone has ownership of the property, the owner in this case being Hunter's brother, then any unwanted entry is trespassing.
Like I said,
you can leave.
Did I explain my point?
No.
You have any questions about it?
Yeah, thanks for violating.
It's not violating your rights.
Well, I don't have to let you in.
Yep.
So, and I don't have
you
to
don't
tell
have
you
to let me in.
I don't have to tell you my name.
Permission to let me
I don't have to tell you my name.
You refuse to identify yourself.
I don't have to help you with your
You refuse to identify yourself in a business that's been closed after hours. You have any questions about that? I'll be contacting the owner. Make sure you have permission in the morning. Okay? Have a good night.
Officer Crawford finally left the property, and the next day Hunter went to the police department to file a complaint. The officer he encountered there, Officer Abel, was no better about the situation and insisted to Hunter that he didn't have a valid complaint. However, he did eventually give Hunter the complaint forms to fill out, likely because he'd lose his job if he didn't. Hunter completed and turned the forms into the sergeant, who also tried to convince Hunter that Officer Crawford was justified in his actions, and it's unclear whether Hunter plans to take the complaint higher or to take legal action in the future. Hopefully he follows through with the case, because I think we'd all like to see Officer Crawford face some kind of punishment that equally applies to this next officer who managed to live a double life as a drug addict.
5. Sit in the car. Please get in the car. That's expired, is it not?
Well, what did I do?
Sit in your car.
On July the 5th of 2019, 29-year-old Minneapolis officer Ty Gendra observed a vehicle with incorrect temp tag placement and followed it into a gas station without activating his lights and sirens. Upon confronting the confused suspect, identified as Ramon Brown, Ramon informed the officer he just recently purchased the car.
You gotta have that temp tag down, man. Temp tag needs to be down lower.
Is it up high?
625. Why don't you sit in the car?
What'd I do?
625. Sit in the car. Please get in the car. That's expired, is it not?
Well, what did I do?
Sit in your car. To the car. All right, I'll take your license and your proof of insurance.
What did I do?
Hey, I need your license and proof of insurance. Your temp tag is expired. Can I be any more clear to you?
I got the registrations right there. That's what I was trying to tell you.
You need to have license plates on your car. Give me your license and your proof of insurance, or you're going in handcuffs.
I don't have all my registration tags.
No proof of insurance?
The last one may be at 3rd and Franklin. I don't believe there's a BP at 3rd and Nicholas.
3rd and Franklin. All right, step out of the car.
Copy.
Turn around, translate back.
In 5050, start to tackable. Copy.
Why are you driving without a license, man? Huh? That's kind of stupid.
Despite Ramon handing him an ID card instead of an official driver's license, most officers would still go through the proper protocol of running the information to ensure the driver's actually licensed, even if they don't have it on them. And though Officer Gendra technically has the right to place Ramon under arrest for violating Minnesota Statute Section 171.02, which states that a person shall not drive a motor vehicle upon a street unless the person has a valid license, the issue here is how aggressive and rushed the traffic stop is. But there's actually a reason for the officer's erratic behavior, which will be hinted at later once he gets the opportunity to search the vehicle.
Let's go. You got anything illegal in the car? Spread your feet. Let me see it. 6580, I'm going for it.
Traffic code 4, 2257. 532 is clear. Copy.
Hi, can I help you?
Copy.
We'll be out on one down, please.
What's the buddy you got in your car? What is it? What is this? Huh? What does that look like to you? You don't know? No idea, huh? What would you guess it'd be?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Alright, I'll just tell you.
That's not.
Alright.
And that's why I was trying to explain to you that the plates is, and the registrations is all right there in the window.
Alright.
Can I show you?
I'm gonna give you a break. You don't have a license, you know that, right?
Yes, but because I was just using my brother's car. Can I show you the plates?
Go ahead.
I'll show you. The guy who you bought the car from, he told my brother, he said, don't put him on until June 2nd. He said, don't put him on until...
Well, it's July.
Oh, well, yeah, I know, but he been having a car since.
Alright, well, put him on.
Should have a yellow tag then.
I just pulled off because it expired a month ago.
That's what I'm saying. It's my brother's car. I didn't.
Alright.
I just barn.
Alright.
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 Officer Gendra eventually released Ramon without a single citation, even after going through the trouble of illegally searching his car and allegedly planting drugs inside of it. The folded dollar bills that the officer questioned Ramon about contained a white powdery substance that was presumed to be narcotics. However, Ramon and his brother both adamantly claimed the drugs weren't theirs, and seeing as the discovery was made off camera, there's no definitive proof that the drugs came from inside the car, which led to allegations of drug planting. But as it would turn out, Officer Gendra wasn't just putting drugs inside of cars, he was stealing them from cars as well. A lawsuit filed by Ramon soon after the encounter led to an investigation so big that the FBI got involved, and it was revealed that Officer Gendra regularly found and kept drugs that he discovered during traffic stops, even that like oxycodone and methamphetamines, which would explain why he was so quick and violent to arrest Ramon. He was likely seeking quick access to his car so he could get more drugs. But when his plan fell through, he ultimately decided to just let Ramon go, even after shoving allegedly fake evidence in his face. Ramon outlined all of this in his lawsuit, and 4 years later, the city of Minneapolis agreed to pay him $95,000. As for Officer Gendra, he was fired from the department shortly after the findings of the investigation would be released, which included his admission to battling with drug addiction. Later in November of 2022, he was convicted on 3 counts of using deception to acquire controlled substances and 2 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law, while he was acquitted of 6 other charges. Time was then sentenced to 3 years and 2 months in federal prison. That should give him more than enough time to think about the numerous lives he'd negatively affected, but the next suspects could have lost their lives altogether dealing with the next intoxicated officer.
We got a call. Someone's pointing guns. This is the vehicle they gave. That's why I'm talking to you.
you.
Yeah, literally.
On January the 24th of 2024, Bernalillo County Sheriff's Deputy Michael Barreco was off duty when he went to a local Circle K gas station to grab a bottle of vodka, and after making his purchase and returning to his car, he, still driving his unmarked police vehicle, flashed his red and blue lights at a pair of men who exited the store behind him. The deputy, using his vehicle's megaphone, advised the confused men that he was an officer and demanded that they leave the property, as an employee had apparently locked up for the night right after the men exited. But instead, the men approached the deputy's vehicle, inquiring as to what was going on. That's when the deputy reportedly aimed a gun directly at them, prompting them to retreat and call the police.
Okay, thank you. Hi, sir. I'm over here at Circle K. We're leaving Circle K, and we're out there opening your candy, getting ready to leave. And this guy, he's on a PA system and just the lights on, and says, "Get out of here! Get out of here! Take your business elsewhere." And we know what he's talking about. So then I just said, "Excuse me." I started walking like this, and he pulls his gun out on me. He says, "Get the back! Get the back!" I said, "What?" He goes, "This is the sheriff's office." I said, "Whatever, dude." So he started walking, and he kept pointing the gun like this to us. He said, "Well, I'm going to take your soul. I'm going to take your soul from you right now." I'm tying in this guy. So he's right in front. It's like a dark colored Dodge. Good.
First thing, the truck is going to be this gray Dodge pickup.
10-4, one side 4. I'm going to touch it back. Hello, sir. My name is Officer Weatherby. Are you security here? No, I'm just chilling. You're just chilling? So the reason why I'm talking to you is we got a call for service about a silver Dodge, a gentleman pointing a gun at somebody else saying he's going to take his soul and doing all that. Do you mind just stepping out for me real quick so I can complete my investigation? Because this is the truck that they named. And you're sitting inside of it. I understand that. You saw me walk around the corner. I'm just trying to do my investigation, okay? Okay, just go ahead and step on out for me. Do you have a gun or anything? No? Okay.
So right now we have no criminal charges. We don't have no charges.
Okay, careful. Did you have your ID with you? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I really just got here now. So you don't have a gun or anything? I saw the vest in there. Yeah, I got a vest. But no gun? Yeah. You're not pointing it at anybody or anything like that? Do they have a description of the male subject? Or just a vehicle?
Yeah, just like work on that real quick.
Is everything alright? Yeah, like I said. Just got here. No, I know. So like I said, we got a call. Someone was pointing guns. This is the vehicle they gave.
No,
that's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I literally just got here.
I'm trying to figure out a description for the male that did this.
No, I get it, Billy.
So once they get me that, we'll...
So far, Deputy Barreco has lied about being in possession of a firearm and how long he's been at the scene. In the state of New Mexico, lying about the details of a crime to a police officer can be considered obstruction of a criminal investigation, and obstructing falls right next to resisting arrest in severity. For either offense, the suspect can earn 12 months in jail and a $1,000 fine.
So there's that for you. Yeah. Just do me a favor, just hang out. Like I said, we're just waiting for some of that information. You're not working security or anything?
No.
What do you do for work?
I work for the county.
You work for the county?
Yeah.
What do you do with the county?
I'm with the SO.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
So you're off duty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, where are you at?
So I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I'm on the west end of the Circle K. You didn't have any altercations with anybody, no arguments or anything?
Yeah.
And you're not UC or anything like that? You don't got a PA in here or anything like that? Is this your POV? This isn't your POV? Or this is?
No, this is my county car.
This is your county car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super awkward.
Yeah, like we're just waiting for the description of the guy or whatever they're doing over there, so. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's just...
I know.
I was watching some YouTube videos and that's what?
So I'm not.
I thought you were a security guard, man.
Oh, no. No, APD. How long have you been with us?
Almost 15 years.
Year? 5. I think this is the primary officer. Yeah.
So we're still with APD?
Yep. This is Michael.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Michael. Right now, you're going to be detained.
until further notice, just pending investigation, okay? Okay. So we do have to place you in handcuffs for now, okay? Just until we can start some more investigation of what's going on, okay?
Like I said, I told you what we got called here for, and
let me sit you down over here in my car, okay?
I haven't patted him down or nothing.
Have a seat for me, man.
Yeah, man.
Just stand by for me, okay, man? Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, just what we waiting for.
So I'm gonna go talk to the clerk inside. If you saw anything, get more information, and I'll come and talk to you.
Sure. All right. So he said he had just gotten 5.6. He was just hanging out. There's a vest, like a duty vest in there. He's been with BCSO for 15 years, and he keeps saying that's his county vehicle, but I don't know if that means like work or like POV for us.
So could possibly impersonating an officer if he's not
actually
an SO.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Okay. Is Sarge here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Like, there's a vest in this thing. I was asking him, I was like, oh, you got all this stuff in there? And he kept saying no, but I didn't go in the vehicle to see the vest or anything like that. So, all right. Yeah, it's a vest. It says sheriff right there. It's got a taser, rifle mags. Here's his pistol. He told me he didn't have a gun. Here's his radio.
Damn, he might be a 34.
He might be a legit 34.
It was at this point that officers realized they were indeed dealing with a fellow law enforcement officer, and as a result, Deputy Barreco's captain arrives on scene and was informed about the situation.
It's an actual test of deputy where he stole a bunch. We don't know for sure. So,
do you want to get an SO sergeant here to figure out who? Because I can ask on the radio. Because I think we should.
Let me talk with the impact first.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Can you just grab the bin? See if it.
Oh, it matches?
Yeah, that plate doesn't belong.
No. Oh, it might be for their UC stuff.
With me again, sir?
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not trying to bug, man. I'm just trying to figure out what the status is. Like, I just really want my wife to know that, like, I'm okay. I'm not dead somewhere. She's only 3 hours.
We're actually almost done, and we can do that. Yes. Just give her an update, and we'll give you an update really soon. Okay?
I assume since the crime is involved in the firearm, you guys are taking that for evidence, or?
So right now, my sergeant's talking to one of the callers or victims. The vehicle got sealed and towed to our crime lab, so everything right now is still inside the vehicle.
Did he have the firearm on him?
No, when he stepped out of the vehicle, he didn't have it on him when he stepped out.
And what about the badge? Anything like that?
I didn't pat him down. That officer did there. I didn't see him pull anything out of his pockets. It didn't look like he had his badge on or anything like that. But I can tell you, in the passenger seat, I saw a vest that said sheriff, had his taser, like rifle mags, saw the radio in the cup holder, and then whatever pistol handgun was on the seat as well.
Okay.
Not in a holster or anything like that.
I just want to make sure that his equipment's secure. So I'm going to be over here when you're Sergeant Street. Can you just come talk to me? I'm Captain Watkins.
Yes, I will.
Alleged victims, we're just going to get them out of here.
Cool.
So when you release them, they don't lose their money.
The officers ultimately decided to release the suspect, which was a direct violation of their duties, seeing as it later came out that multiple officers detected the smell of alcohol on the deputy's breath while at the scene. By itself, that's not illegal, but New Mexico, like most other states, recognizes that. The offense of DWI is committed when a person under the influence drives or is in actual physical control of a motor vehicle. According to statute section 66-8-102, being in actual physical control means simply driving in the driver's seat of the vehicle and being in possession of the car's keys, even if the car is parked. Seeing as that's exactly where the deputy was when he was found, there should have been a DWI investigation to assess his sobriety before releasing him.
You want me to talk with them first? Or get him?
Yeah, we can chat with them.
Okay. Hey, how are you, sir?
How are you?
Good. So we're done with our investigation, our side of things. So tonight, he's not going to jail. He's not being arrested. Just based off of what we saw, putting everything together for tonight, he won't be going to jail. We'll release him, the deputy, here in a second.
Okay.
And then if he needs maybe to go with you guys, or we can call somebody, but we just want to get him home
safe. If you guys don't need him, I can definitely transport him home.
Yeah.
And take care of it that way.
All right, sir. So we just talked with your chain stuff. Investigation-wise, things are going to be on pause. Again, we took your truck, sealed it just for evidentiary value. We're going to look over everything at a later time just to make sure we're doing what's right. So everything is justified. There's no questions. For tonight, though, you're being released. Nothing's going to take place further. We gave your chain the report number and stuff. They are willing to give you a ride home. So we're going to get you out of these cuffs, sir. Thanks for being compliant. Cool. Do you have everything on you, sir, that you need? Yeah. All right. And then I think one of them will help you out, sir. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Deputy Barreco then leaves the scene and his truck was towed to the Albuquerque Police Department for a thorough search. Officers located the reported 9mm handgun along with one regular and one extended magazine, both of them loaded, and 2 body cameras, and that was about what they expected to see. What they didn't expect to see in the trunk was the blaring evidence of severe alcoholism, which included 2 100mm vodka bottles in the center console, 3 200mm vodka bottles, and 14 100mm vodka bottles scattered all around the truck. Every single bottle was empty, and soon after, a warrant was made for his arrest where he turned himself in. The deputy was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of negligent use of a firearm. However, 1 count of assault was dropped after a victim didn't appear at the court date, and as of the date of this video, the case is ongoing, and according to the sheriff's office, their internal investigation will begin once the criminal investigation is concluded. It's safe to say that he probably won't have his freedom or a job when everything's said and done. Surprisingly, though, these next officers got to keep their jobs after they blatantly lied to get this suspect's ID.
Is that a felony or misdemeanor?
That's a misdemeanor.
No, it's not.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe you just sat here and lied.
On June the 15th of 2016, Deontay Valentine, an online police auditor, was recording on his phone in the public parking lot of the Greer Municipal Court and Police Department. He stood filming the buildings until Corporal Sharada approaches him and inquires as to what he's doing.
Really?
How are you today?
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Corporal Shred at the Greer Police Department. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay. Is there any reason why you're videotaping? I'm just curious. You're not in any kind of trouble. There's nothing here other than we got called and told that you were walking around the parking lot. So, any particular reason for it? No, you're not going to answer. So we're just going to have a stare off because I'm recording you and you're recording me. Is that what we're going to do?
South Carolina is one of the 24 states that does not have a stop and identify statute. Thus, it is lawful for an individual to refuse to talk to police officers as they have no obligation to respond to their questions. Therefore, Deontay was legally within his right to not engage with the officer unless he could prove that he has reason to be in suspicion of him.
Do you have your ID on you?
Have I done anything wrong?
Well, you're recording a suspicious activity, which puts this into a category of suspicious activity, which means that Terry versus Ohio, I can detain you until I can determine or deny that there's a criminal activity.
Terry v. Ohio says suspicious activity is not enough for reasonable cause for ID.
There's already a call on it, so yes.
So suspicious activity, is that a felony or misdemeanor?
That's a misdemeanor.
No, it's not.
Yes, sir.
And I can't believe you just sat here and lied.
Yep, go ahead and give me your ID.
Can you call your supervisor to the scene?
I am a supervisor.
I need another one. Okay. I need a lieutenant or somebody else.
Now, it should go without saying that no, suspicious activity is not a misdemeanor, but many people are shocked to learn that police are technically allowed to say such things without consequence. The landmark Supreme Court case Frazier versus Cupp upheld that police officers can lie to a suspect as long as the lie doesn't shock the conscience of the court or the community. Though this practice can get the suspect's statement thrown out of court, if it's found to be based on such a lie, it's not a punishable offense. The officer also cited the famous 1968 Supreme Court case Terry versus Ohio, which established that an officer may stop someone if the police officer has a reasonable suspicion that the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime. However, as Deontay pointed out, he'd done nothing to suggest that he'd broken the law or that he anticipated to. There's nothing suspicious about recording while on public property, according to our First Amendment right to freedom of press.
Actually, I go and do this type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so.
just curious.
I mean, hey.
Criminal activity, there's nothing to worry about.
So why are you asking for my ID then?
Because you're not answering me. And when you're not answering me, how do I know you're not filming this parking lot to come shoot it up?
It's called the Fifth Amendment, right?
So I can check on that if it's suspicious. And the part of that checking is to identify you. So if I get
It's suspicious, a felony or misdemeanor.
Hi, sir. Again.
Name, badge number?
Sergeant Forrester, 301.
All right, how you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
Well, he contacted me. He wants my ID for no reason, so I need a supervisor to let him know that, you know, without any crime being committed, I don't have to present my ID.
Well, he actually got a call on you.
Well, what crime have I committed?
Well, anytime somebody calls in and reports suspicious activity.
The sergeant again mentions the phone call they received, but a 911 call by itself doesn't automatically provide reasonable suspicion, as there are plenty of false tips called into 911 every day. With that being said, it does give officers the right to investigate the call, which may include identifying the subject of the call via an ID. However, they would still have to prove in court that they had good reason to be suspicious before they requested the ID.
It's suspicious of felony or misdemeanor.
It's neither one, but he asked.
Oh, okay, thank you. So he said it was a misdemeanor. So now we have a conflict on.
We don't have a conflict at all. We have a conflict with
hold on,
you're acting,
whoa.
Taping on the parking lot in today's day and age. That's fine.
Whoa.
That's fine. You ain't got to whoa nothing.
Whoa. What's your name and badge number?
My badge number is 201. It's Lieutenant Holcomb.
Whoa.
Let me have an ID.
This is the intimidation factor right here.
Have an ID, please.
What crime have I committed? What crime have I committed?
An ID.
What crime have I committed?
You're gonna be failure to listen to a law enforcement officer ask you for an ID.
What crime have I committed?
An ID.
What crime have I committed?
Videotaping our parking lot and walking around the police.
Is that a
crime? Yes, sir. Right now, in the day and age that we're dealing with, yes, sir. It is a crime.
What crime have I committed today?
Anytime there's a suspicious person.
Is that a felony or a misdemeanor?
It's a. Let me see. Your ID. You got the count of three, or you're going to jail.
Now you gotta see. I got one hand on my camera.
One.
Whoa.
Two.
Don't shoot me.
You're under arrest.
Whoa.
You're now under arrest. Sorry, you got the ID on you.
I like to tell my name not to speak with anybody so I can avoid the police.
Guess what? That's not a right. That's a right to stay in jail, because if we don't have an ID and name and everything, then you stay in jail until we figure out who you are. So you can tell us who you are, or you can stay in jail until we figure it out. Huh? You're interfering with the police.
You guys came to approach me.
Yes, sir. And I asked you for an ID.
And what crime have I committed?
Interfering with the police.
What crime? For you suspended for
Listen to me. Listen to me, because I know you're not deaf.
I don't gotta listen to you.
Interfering with the police.
I was not.
Yes, you were.
I was not. I do this all the time.
That's fine. Well, guess what? You're going to see the inside of the South Carolina jail.
We got a call that he was walking through the Century Insurance parking lot, our parking lot. I guess he filmed him when he drove by, so I got out and started talking to him. He wouldn't answer me at all. Put your hand back. So you're not doing anything wrong at this point. You just film it, but we got a call on you, suspicious activity. So what's your reason for doing it? But he wouldn't answer me. What crime have I committed? I said, okay, well now.
Some sort of ID.
And I told him, I said, Terry versus Ohio, now you're being suspicious, so I can detain you and I didn't see your ID. What crime have I committed? Didn't have an idea. I'm the one that brought it back. In that case, move from friendly conversation. What I'll do too is, I don't know what's on your cell phone and what you're recording. I think that cell phone is dead, right? That's a good idea. Who knows what you're doing? That's a good idea. I'm sorry? I've got your phone.
Deontay was subsequently taken across the street to the police station and charged with interfering with police. And following the arrest, the attorney for the city of Greer released a statement justifying the officer's actions, stating, just 3 days after the worst mass shooting in U.S. history, the Greer Police Department was notified that an individual was videotaping the municipal court and police department building and the adjoining parking lot. Because of safety concerns, 3 officers responded. Because Mr. Valentine would not respond, he was taken into custody in order to determine his identity and the motives for videotaping the building and the cars in the parking lot. Subsequently, it was learned that he was doing this in a pre-planned effort to bait the police department in hopes that it would evoke a response which could be used to create a controversy concerning the conduct of the law enforcement officers. He had previously done this at the Greenville Sheriff's Department, and it was also learned that he posted the videos of these incidents on YouTube under his channel, called First Amendment Audit. It's unfortunate that, in this time of heightened security concerns for all of us, and for law enforcement agencies in particular, Mr. Valentine chose to do this. It's also regrettable that he chose not to provide his name or address or reveal the reason for his behavior. In the event Mr. Valentine should sue, the city and the police department will vigorously defend the lawsuit. But regardless of how much Deontay could sue them for, it couldn't possibly be bigger than the $3 million lawsuit that resulted from this next horrible stop. On April the 13th of 2018, Chattanooga officer Cody Thomas was dispatched to a call concerning a man who'd allegedly threatened someone with a gun. The caller gave a detailed description of the suspect, stating that he went by the name Polo and that he was a heavy-set man wearing green and black clothing. Officer Thomas responded to Vance Avenue, where he proceeded to stop and question the first man he saw, neighborhood resident Nate Carter, who was simply checking his mail.
Are you Polo? Now, what's your name? What's going on?
I don't know. They called you. I ain't called you. I'm calling.
Who are we calling about?
Calling about me, buddy.
Calling about you?
Not calling about me. Open your ears and your mouth.
Hey, how about you watch your mouth for your kissed on the back of my car?
Now you gonna put me in the car for that mistake in my house about private property not bothering you. You go here talking about who am I, Polo? And I told you no.
Hey, listen.
I gotta listen to you, man. Go on.
No, get your over here. You're now part of this. Come here. Come here right now. Come here.
You can't go for what?
I'll shoot your dog.
Don't shoot my dog, boy. You can't get in my yard.
Get over here now.
No, get in my yard.
Get over here right now. Taser deployed. Start me at 20.
Tennessee, like our previous South Carolina case, also does not have a stop and identify statute, meaning that Nate was not obligated to engage with the officer. Not only that, but the officer didn't need to interact with Nate because the actual 911 caller was standing right behind him. But despite these factors, Officer Thomas still responded aggressively and tased Nate when he tried to walk away from the conversation.
Hey, show me your hands! Clear the air. Start me some cars. Suspect just went back in the house. Get your out here. Show me your hands. Get your out here now. Get your over here now, or I'm gonna shoot your now. Get your out here now. Put your Hit me with your hands. Get your over here now. Shoot me. Here. Suspect just went back in the house. Hold on, I'm moving my car in front of the house. I'm moving my car in front of the house. Now we're gonna go to the back of the house. We got 2 units up front. Suspect has gone back in and out of the house. Taser has been deployed. We're still working on getting him inside, outside. Come out! Get over here now! Get over here now! He went back in. Hey, sweetie, come here. Come here, it's okay. Y'all come here. Hey, y'all come here. Everything's okay.
No, it's not okay.
You stay right there. Hey, you come over there. You go over there. Come here. Come here now. Come here now. Get away from the dog.
I'm taking my mail off. What you slamming on the ground for? Listen, this sir. Are you serious? I took my mail. Y'all get my kids on. Why y'all doing that? Because I take my mail and talk with somebody else. I can't. You got the handcuffs too tight.
Who cares? Get in the car.
Who cares?
Get in the car.
Man, for real.
For real. Get in the car. Oh, I popped my cherry. Taser. He did. He got popped and then rode it for a minute. And then he slammed the door and the bars popped off. So I don't know if it actually hit him or not. Huh? You need medical for him? He got barbs in his back. His info and why I'm here. This guy. Yeah. I'll go talk to him. I need to calm down. Alright.
I'm the one that called.
You called,
y'all,
correct?
Yeah.
Was this about him, correct?
No. It was another guy, but he ran through. He had the Glock. He was standing by that telephone pole, and he was talking about shooting up. Me and her was in there playing cards. He was talking about shooting up in her.
Because when I walked up, you said, yes, that's him.
No, I did.
Yes, you did. Because I walked up and I said, who you hear about? And he said, yeah, that's why I'm here. And so when I started confronting him about going in the house, that's when all this erupted.
Because when you started going toward him to the steps, I was hollering, that's not him.
Again, a replay of the body cam footage shows the 911 caller said no such thing.
Who are we calling about?
Calling about me, buddy.
Calling about you?
Not calling about me. Your ears in your mouth.
Hey, how about you watch your mouth for your kissed on the back of my car?
But even if there was a mix-up, the caller specifically described the suspect as a heavy-set man wearing black and green clothes. Nate was clearly donning a very purple shirt. If the officer had been focused on the armed and dangerous suspect instead of Nate's non-compliance, he probably would have realized that.
Let's grab his info, thank you. I pulled up here, and he was standing out in the middle of the road. I was like, well, I'm guessing this guy could be it.
What was I didn't even hear what the initial call was.
Somebody said they had a gun, they were threatening to shoot this guy. I said, hey, are you Polo? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, leave me alone. Like, he's calling you, shoot. He's like going like this, like, shoot. And I was like, well, I'm trying to figure out why I'm here. And he's like, he called you, not me. Now go deal with him. I asked him, like, what is your name? He made some comment. I said, what? And he said, how about you open up your ears and shut your mouth? And then so I asked him for his ID, and he was like, man, what you talking about? Leave me alone. Well, in my mind, that's the guy who has the gun. I said, how about you come over here to give me your ID? And he's like, no, I'm going back in my mouth. Or going back in my house. He kind of stepped towards me and started walking back in the house. So I'm thinking he's going to go get either do something with the gun. So I tased him right in the back. He rode it for a solid 3 seconds. Then tripped up the stairs.
Like, hey,
that white one, he said, the dog will bite. And I was like, oh, shoot your dog.
Mom isn't around though.
For the kids? All right, so you hang out with the kids. If we had Adam count as a medical professional look at him here, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But the hospital needs to clear him before he can do anything. Talk to Van Ness about how to write it up.
It's feared for my life.
The way you described it is fine, but make sure you, exactly how you described it to me, it needs to be written down.
So what are you charging him with so I can tell his wife?
Disorderly and resisting. Can't figure out, do you have any of this information? Could you pull that up?
I have it.
Harbin will?
Because he did the report.
Hey, he didn't have his wallet on him. I have no idea who this guy is.
Maybe he'll tell you if not, he's John Joe.
We're gonna take you to Erlanger.
What? No, I have a kid, buddy.
Mama's coming to take him.
Why you taking me to Erlanger?
Because you got tased.
Is this what you taking me to jail?
Yep.
For what?
Disorderly and resisting.
I didn't resist arrest. Man, I came outside to check my mail. I had nothing to do with what was going on over there. How the hell I go to jail but jump outside to check my mail? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
For real?
Has a heart attack.
You don't care about nothing but your personal agenda. Trying to save your because you had no reason to even talk to me. You weren't called to my address. You had no right to stop or detain me. What law was I breaking? What nothing? You did not give me any statute code of my Fourth Amendment right to tell me why you were stopping me. I mean, go on, bro. Take me to jail.
I will.
Make sure you come to court.
I will. He's pissed, too. Come on.
Is it safe to come out? I don't want to get assaulted again. I'm going to get my mail.
Nate was escorted to the police station and hit with the promised charges of resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. However, the charges were dropped, and the following year, Nate sued the city and the police department of Chattanooga for $2 million in punitive damages and $1 million in compensatory damages. The lawsuit is still ongoing, and as for Officer Thomas, an internal investigation was conducted into the Taser deployment, and as a result of his conduct, he was suspended for 2 weeks. He returned to duty following the suspension, only to cause another lawsuit the following year by allegedly searching Dale and Alinda Edmonds' home without a warrant after neighbors reported suspicions that it was a drug house. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.